it's Hope at Crafty Hope, and welcome. I'm going to zoom out just a smidge. I was able to go to the estate sale the other day, and so I'm going to put that here for my Thrifty Thursday haul. There are actually no books in this, which is crazy, but I've got something better, or I think it's better. So I'm going to show you what I got. Most everything, well, you'll see, most everything was $1. There was one $3 item and one bit pricier item. So what did I get? The first thing I picked up was this tin. So it's kind of a Chinese tin. It is produced in England. Yeah, made in England, but it's from the Long Island, New York company. The top was stuck on there pretty good. When I got home, I had to get my husband to pry it off, so I'm not putting it back on all the way. And the inside's a bit rusty, but I love that. So, it's a bit faded. I have the same tin, but the colors are more vibrant. But I got this one because I kind of like the faded ones. So what else did I get? I found, I actually didn't pick up much, excuse me, at first, because I didn't know what I wanted. But I got, these are just some jump rings. It was $1 for like 10 jump rings, and I figured, psh, go for it. Oh, this was one of the first things I picked up too, is just a lock. And it doesn't have a key or anything, but I thought it would be great for the assemblage stuff to have just, I don't know, it could be hanging or whatever. And I have a ton of keys. I might be able to find a key that fits in there. These little measuring spoons absolutely caught my eye. They're really lightweight, like aluminum. Yeah, probably aluminum. And I don't know, I kind of like them as a set or on their own. And again, assemblage. Same with this little duck. He's a little container. He's really heavy, so he's some kind of, I don't know, lead or something. He's really heavy. And this little doll, I saw her a month ago and didn't get her because I was like, I don't know, creepy little doll. But I saw her again when I went this time and had to get her because she's, I don't know, just creepy, cool, precious. I had to get her. And then I got this box. It was only $1. It's not in great shape. It's super lightweight. I don't know what the wood is, but it's a Hinge box with a nice little closure here that, you know, I might can either take off the closure and use the box itself, or have it open like this for an assemblage shadow box piece. And then my $3 was this bag of buttons. I don't often buy a bag of buttons lately, but this was only $3. I can tell that a bunch of them are plastic. There were a couple interesting ones, like this one. I don't know if you can see that. And it may be plastic too, I think most of them, but I can cut these shanks off, I think, and use them for texture and assemblage, so that's not too bad. Now, my big buy was this. It is a container of vintage old black and white photos. Each of these photos is marked $1. That seems to be the MO at these estate sales, that they mark all of these vintage photos for $1. Well, I think I've mentioned it before here on my Thrifty Thursday that I don't want to pay $1 for a box for each of these photos. I'd rather get a bulk price and get them all. Sorry, somebody came in the door. But I'd rather buy a bulk of them and get a better price. And so I asked the lady at the cash register if I could get a better price for, you know, for buying the whole box as opposed to single photos. And she said I had to talk to this other guy. And so I did some wheeling and dealing. I'm sorry. And he looked at it and he said, I don't know, $50 for the whole box. And I was like, ugh, that's a bit more than I really wanted to spend. He said, well, there's over 200 photos in here and you can count them if you want. I was like, I don't want to count them. So he took the box and he counted them, and sure enough, there's over 200 photos in this little basket. And when he handed it back to me, he said he'd give it to me for $35. So I felt that was fair. So I paid $35 for over 200 photos. I know I've bought photos online for probably less than that because I've bought bunches of like 50 before. But I'm happy with that. I'm especially since some of these photos are these small, like the Tim Holtz photo booth ones. That's exactly what these, I think, are photo booth ones that have been cut apart. Well, that's like a school photo. But, and this one, y'all, this one cracks me up. Can you see the little boy in the river? And he's just howling Oh my gosh, she cracks me up. But I haven't been through them all yet. I've sorted just a little bit to, you know, get these smaller ones out of the bigger ones. But I'm super excited. That was my Thrifty Thursday haul. It's super exciting for me. So, have you found anything good lately? Oh, and I will add more to the end of this if I get any more this week. But I don't know that I will. I might go to Goodwill. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. If you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and come back later and see what else I've got going on, what I do with some of this. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye. I wanted to pop in real quick and say I sorted the buttons, and for the most part, they're all plastic. Even these pretty little shank ones are completely plastic. Most of the shank ones are great because they've got loads of texture, which is fabulous for some of my assemblage. There were a few metal ones in there, not a whole lot. Again, all the hold buttons were plastic, and then there were some little odd little things. Now, there's quite a few of these, like, they look like buttons, but they only have a single hole in them. I don't know what that is. Anybody know what that is? But there's like a Google eye and some little fabric-y things and a sequin, you know, stuff you find in button boxes. So I'm still sorting through the pictures. I may pop back in and share some of those with y'all, but yeah. That was kind of what the buttons look like. Plastic or not, these are really pretty. I may have to make something with them, like the bracelet I did last week. All right, I'll be back in a little bit with the pictures. All right, y'all, I've sorted through the photos. The majority of them are like just single person. I mean, look how cute some of these are, or double people or families in front of houses kind of things. I did have a couple. Oh, and there's these. All of these little ones that are from photo booths or school pictures or something like that that are super neat. They all seem to have more age to them than anything else. So those are really cool. And then I had some, let's see, I sorted out as my favorites that I wanted to share. So these are all taken in Japan. This one's from 1954. This is probably, and this is in Hiroshima, which I think is pretty crazy because the majority of the photos seem to be from the 40s or some 50s and 60s. But most of them just don't even have dates. But I mean, look at some of these with like the little boy and the dog in there. This one I really love with the little boy and the two dogs in his wagon. There's this whole series of people on like this party boat. I think it's fabulous. These guys on the beach are great. And this, look how long his legs are. Y'all, we cannot figure out if the photo got stretched somehow or if he actually has these like crazy long legs. This is Steve the dog. But there's some great photos in here that I really love. There's some more of the party boat, I think. And I love this. Makes me think of like Three Sisters. But this is probably one of my favorite photos, the boy on the river. Alright, so there's lots of photos, and like I said, they're mostly just like single or double people. But I think that was a good deal. So, alright, that's it.